Absorption costing is a method used to allocate all production costs, both variable and fixed, to the units of output produced. Under absorption costing, the cost of producing a product includes not only the direct materials, direct labor, and variable manufacturing overhead, but also a share of fixed manufacturing overhead costs. These fixed manufacturing overhead costs include expenses such as rent, utilities, and depreciation of factory equipment, which do not vary with the level of production. Key points about absorption costing include: 1. Treatment of fixed overhead costs. In absorption costing, fixed manufacturing overhead costs are allocated to units of production based on a predetermined overhead rate. This rate is calculated by dividing the total fixed overhead costs by the expected level of production, often measured in terms of direct labor hours, machine hours, or units produced. 2. Compliance with generally accepted accounting principles. Absorption costing is the required method for external financial reporting under generally accepted accounting principles GAAP in many jurisdictions, including the United States. This is because absorption costing is considered to provide a more accurate representation of the total cost of producing goods, including both variable and fixed costs. 3. Impact on inventory valuation. Absorption costing affects the valuation of inventory on the balance sheet. Since fixed manufacturing overhead costs are included in the cost of inventory under absorption costing, the value of ending inventory is higher compared to variable costing, which only includes variable production costs in inventory valuation. 4. Income statement presentation. Absorption costing allocates fixed manufacturing overhead costs to units produced, resulting in a portion of these fixed costs being expensed as cost of goods sold in the income statement. As a result, the reported profit under absorption costing is influenced by the level of production, with higher production levels leading to lower fixed manufacturing overhead costs per unit and higher reported profits. 5. Criticism and limitations. Critics of absorption costing argue that it can distort the true cost of production and profitability, especially in periods of fluctuating production levels. Since fixed overhead costs are allocated to units of production, the cost per unit may vary depending on the level of production, leading to potential distortions in product costing and decision-making. Overall, absorption costing is a widely used method of cost allocation that helps businesses determine the total cost of producing goods by including both variable and fixed manufacturing overhead costs. While it is required for external financial reporting purposes, businesses may also use other costing methods such as variable costing for internal decision-making and performance evaluation.